Welcome to the Reed Report. Appreciate you guys taking this time to hear me out here on the Reed Report. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted when videos like these go up. Today, we have another WNBA topic. Another WNBA topic as we prepare for football season. And this topic, doesn't involve Caitlin Clark, doesn't involve Angel Reese, doesn't involve the Las Vegas Aces, doesn't involve any of that. This is about another team, another top, elite team in the WNBA, and the issue that took place last night. So, of course, I'm just scrolling through X, formerly known as Twitter, and I come across this tweet right here from Connecticut Sun player DiJonai Carrington, and she tweeted this right before, not right before, but before the game that they had at Boston TD Garden, sold out against the LA Sparks. Not a good team, the LA Sparks, a lottery team for sure. And I know that the ESPN and things like that had the probably I don't watch ESPN like that, but they had probably most likely was doing like fantasy draft and all that, talk covering football during this time. But yesterday you had 3 games on, Liberty and Wings. I think the Liberty are the top team in the league, and you also had Storm and Mystics, and then you had the Sparks and the Sun, Connecticut Sun. And to me, I think that this right here, for a game to be in that arena, this right here was a chance for the WNBA to highlight another elite team out, in the WNBA. Because we got the Liberty, we got Minnesota, we got Vegas, we got Seattle. But then there's also, the Connecticut Sun, who is second in the standings, right behind the Liberty at 20-7, Liberty at 24-4. But they really did, in my opinion, have it. This should have been a game. And I'll just read the tweet. It's right here. It says, since we gotta do our own promo, we're playing at the TD Garden tonight, and it's sold out, 19K plus. First W game here ever. Historic. Not on TV, but you can catch it right here on Twitter. And that is, that has been one of the issues that, they don't correctly market these people. And yes, I do get, a lot of people just don't particularly care to watch the sport in general. I'm not saying I'm some big WNBA enthusiast or something. I'm not. I watch when I can and who I choose to watch. But they don't particularly do a good job of marketing. Like this should have been a game that that should have been on national television, just to highlight where they were in Boston, in front of a sold out crowd, and they, a top team in Connecticut, they're on the East Coast and they're playing, a team that's not very good, and like I said, the Sparks don't even have Cameron Brink. She's out for the year with an injury, so they don't have any star power, but they were still able to sell this game out, and you should have highlighted that. But I do appreciate the fact that it's not in time, because in times past I used to absolutely despise it when players, whether it be entertainers or whatever, when they try to throw everything on the fans as if it's our fault that something fell or didn't go through. And I like the fact that she called out the league for this and not just blamed it on the people, because I didn't know about this game. I probably would have tuned in if I would have scrolled down the TV guide and saw it on ESPN. There was nothing else going on. Not to my knowledge. But yeah, I appreciate. Don't always come at us saying, oh, if you're not angry about this, then you're part of the problem. that's where you turn me off as a consumer. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the game of the WNBA to begin with, but I'm willing, you know what I'm saying, I'll look from time to time, and if something piqued my interest, then I'm gonna watch it. But when you start blaming me and coming at me personally, then it's easy for me to just say, okay, bye, we out. We go back to doing what we was doing. But I do like the fact that DiJonai called out the league, and there is a press conference, I think, where they ask her about it. I haven't watched it yet, so I'm gonna watch it with you guys. And she apparently doubled down on what she was saying. So let's check out this press conference right here.
I'm gonna keep it real all the time, and I feel like Connecticut as a franchise is historically disrespected. So sometimes, you know, if you want something, you gotta go out there and do it yourself. So that's what I did for us. I think that there could have been a lot more publicity or promo from the top. You know, Connecticut had announced that we were having this game probably almost a year ago, maybe. I don't know. Sometime right after last season. So there was ample time to do what needed to be done. But it didn't matter anyway, because they showed up and it was sold out. We got the dub. So I guess my tweet worked. And the game should have been on a national television broadcast. You shouldn't have to pay for any type of subscription to see a game that's this historic, in my opinion. I'm biased, but in my opinion. I'm gonna keep it real.
So that's interesting. You have to, yeah, I'm not, it's not, the product ain't hot enough to where I'm going to be, I need to turn my phone off. The product ain't hot enough to where I'm going to be paying subscriptions to see this. Can it improve? Yes, maybe, but for some people, they just don't take interest to it. Like, it doesn't mean that they hate it or anything like that. I know a lot of people try to throw it on people just because they say, oh, I don't watch women's basketball. Oh, it's because you hate women. Nah, some people just don't care. Like, I don't hate water polo. Water polo. I just don't watch it. I don't hate cricket. I just don't watch it. It doesn't pique my interest. And this brand of basketball, it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't pique everyone's interest, and that's fine. But like I said, this is the first time that I've really sat and watched since like 2013 when Skylar Diggins, Brittany Griner, and Elena Delle Donne came out. And now you have Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, who's taking it to a whole new level. But she said, you know, she made a good point. She made a good point. You want something, you go take it, and you don't go around just, you know, blaming people, like blaming the fans, I would say. Talk to the people at the top who are in control of that stuff and who make those decisions. Why didn't they want to broadcast this nationally? So now the Connecticut Sun are on my radar, because this looks like it's going to be like a chip on their shoulder. You disrespected us by not putting us on television when we had a sold out crowd. And now it's even more of a chip. Like I said, storylines is what drives this thing, man. Storylines drive this thing. You got the Aces trying to three-peat. You got the Liberty trying to get a championship after they failed last year. You got also Minnesota, who I believe won the Commissioner Cup. And then you still have to look at Indiana. You still have to look at the Fever, because it's looking like they're coming into their own. So I'm personally not going to completely discount and say, oh, they don't have you got to watch the Fever. I'm just going to watch and see what happens. I know they played the Aces twice down the stretch these last few games, but I like what I heard from DiJonai Carrington. And yeah, that's all I pretty much have to say on that. Let me know what you guys think. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk soon. Peace.